A typical $2 million a year gross AV revenue hotel, we believe, is leaving about $400,000 a year on the table.
Well, it's not the planners. That's the part that people get wrong. We're not changing what anyone pays for the event. We're changing who keeps the money.
What does it actually cost the hotel to get in, and who ends up owning the equipment?
It costs zero, Martin. Just pull last year's AV commission statement. That's the recapture number. Simple math.
If you as a listener want to see what this looks like on your own numbers, run your own recapture number.
Think about what it's worth once you start winning the groups you're losing today.
We're opening the books and we're going to show you in plain terms why this changes the math for a hotel.
Every industry has a moment when it has to confront its own outdated systems. Welcome to Full Resolution. For years, Hospitality AV has operated on a model built around rentals, line items, and complexity. We helped build that system, and now we're here to challenge it. There's a clearer, smarter approach rooted in ownership, operational efficiency, and real revenue growth. Join us, and let's get this movement started.
Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. The AV industry has spent 45 years making hotel event services unnecessarily complicated. Having one price, having permanent infrastructure, having competitive advantages at your disposal. That's Apex. Welcome to Full Resolution. I'm Martin Kwitschau.
Hey, and I'm Chirag, Patel. Martin's going to be interviewing me today.
Well, because today we're doing something simple. We're opening the books and we're going to show you in plain terms why this changes the math for a hotel. Let's start with the number people are going to remember. A typical $2 million a year gross AV revenue hotel, we believe, is leaving about $400,000 a year on the table. Before we go further, whose pocket is that coming out of?
Well, it's not the planners. That's the part that people get wrong. The planner's paying the same either way. That $400,000 is the commission a middleman has been pulling out of the hotel's own building, off the hotel's own guests for 45 years. We're not changing what anyone pays for the event. We're changing who keeps the money once it's paid. Today, the hotel gets an average about 40% on that revenue. Everything else goes to a third party. Under Apex, it's one flat, transparent management fee, and everything else flows straight to the hotel. On that same $2 million, the hotel nets about $800,000 under the old commission model. Under Apex, the same $2 million nets about 1.2, same guests, same event, same revenue. The money just stops leaking out the side door.
So what you're saying is that $400,000 is what you get just for removing the middleman.
Exactly. And that's what leads you to keeping your own money. And I'll tell you now, it's still the smallest number we're going to talk about today.
Chirag, you keep saying there's a bigger number. What is it?
It's not what you keep, it's what you win. Let me explain it with a car analogy, because it's the clearest way I've found to make this land. Buyers are measurably more likely to buy a car because it has Apple CarPlay in it. It's not the engine, it's not the price, it's tech that's just there working the second you get in. The AV industry today is still the rental model. That's the equivalent of a car where the tech has to get bolted on before you drive the lot. And that's much like today. Nothing's proven. On a site visit, the planner can't even see it working. The room's either already booked for another event or it's just 4 empty walls. Either way, you're asking the planner to imagine the room doing just its job. Apex is the factory installed version. It's permanently built into the room, already running before anyone walks in. On a site visit, we play an actual commercial right there in the space. Video on the screen, sound system live, the room doing exactly what it's built to do. The planner isn't imagining anything. They're standing inside a demo.
And that obviously is worth way more than just the AV capture on that one event.
Oh, way more. A one group isn't just an AV number. It's a room block, it's banquets, it's F&B running for 3 days instead of one. One group pulls 3 or 4 other revenue lines behind it. And underneath all of that, the hotel now reads as a technology-enabled property, which is usually the thing that actually tips a competitive deal in the first place.
I suppose there's another angle to permanent installations that people don't think about right away as well. What happens when the client just doesn't have the budget or wasn't really anticipating using audiovisual at all for their event.
That's the beauty of it. This permanently installed AV is there for you to drive business in all the ways that I just talked about. But if somebody just doesn't have the budget, you can still use it to make their event beautiful, because that's a commercial for the property for future business. And why not? It's already there. Let the event go off in perfection.
So, Chirag, we keep talking about permanent installation. This sounds a bit like a capital project. What does it actually cost the hotel to get in, and who ends up owning the equipment?
It costs zero, Martin. Apex funds the whole thing, 100% installation. The hotel owns it outright at the end of the term at no additional cost. And along the way, there's real tax advantages, bonus depreciation stacked on top of the revenue benefit. As a pure capital decision, sure, ownership can think of it like a lobby renovation or HVAC upgrade. It's the same category spend they already know how to approve.
But at the end of the day, it actually has intrinsic benefits that go way beyond a lobby renovation, right?
Oh yeah, that's the important distinction. HVAC doesn't book you a single piece of group business. Neither does a lobby renovation. This is the one capital decision on the property that directly drives revenue and wins business the hotel wasn't winning before. And it happens to also cost nothing to enter. That's a sentence that all the GMs should be able to say back to the owner group without flinching.
You've watched hotels sit on the old model for years now. Even when the numbers are clear, what do you say to the ones that think they can still just wait it out?
We've talked about this before. Blockbuster stayed comfortable. Netflix took control. Every hotel running the old model right now is choosing to be Blockbuster. They just don't know of it that way yet. And it's worth pointing out, this isn't outsider criticism. Martin, you built the first era of this industry, PSAV, AVT, what became Encore. This is the guy who built it telling you what's wrong with what he built.
If a GM or director of sales and marketing or a director of events is listening right now, what should they actually walk away with?
Two numbers, really. One flat management fee instead of a 40% average commission, and $400,000 a year on a $2 million AV property just from recapture. If you run more than one hotel, imagine multiplying that number of properties in your portfolio. That's before you even touch the part that goes exponential, which is every piece of new group business and everything that comes with it. Heads and beds, banquet, days of F&B instead of one. We're not going to put a clean figure on that part because it's different for every property. And honestly, if we tried to hand you a portfolio-wide number, I'd start to look like we're inflating it. We're not. The math speaks for itself once you run your own numbers.
So having said all that, what's the one thing that hoteliers can check themselves on starting Monday morning?
Well, two things actually. The easy one, just pull last year's AV commission statement. That's the recapture number. Simple math. The harder one is repeat bookings. In the old AV model, AV isn't part of the decision to book. The group signs before they ever meet the AV company. The real cost shows up later. A group has a bad AV experience, gets disgruntled, and doesn't come back. That's a lost sale you'll never see on a spreadsheet. It's a group you should have had again that went somewhere else, and this needs to go to ownership, not the AV department. It's a P&L conversation, not a vendor swap.
All good points, Chirag. And if you as a listener want to see what this looks like on your own numbers, go to amsishospitality.com and run your own recapture number.
And then think about what it's worth once you start winning the groups you're losing today. Thanks for listening to Full Resolution.
Because this shift is happening now.
See you on the next episode.